Christine, are you ready?
Yes. So everybody's here?
Yes, in the council chambers, Commissioner Koizen, or Vice Chair Koizenson is with us.
So then let's call the meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. And let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I always do the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's have somebody, who else would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance? Tina, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this time?
Dawn would like to lead us,
Okay,
if you don't
I
mind.
like it. Thank you, Dawn. Okay.
I know. I didn't wear my reading glasses either. I pledge allegiance to the flag
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now we're going to go to roll call.
Chair Graziano,
Yes.
Vice Chair Koizenson,
present.
Commissioner Anderson,
Present.
Commissioner Rios,
Present.
Commissioner Gomez contacted us and let us know that she will not be available to attend the first part of our meeting tonight.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, can we have a verification of the agenda posting?
The agenda was posted on April 23rd, 2021 per Government Code Section 54954.2 at the Hollister Community Center and City Hall.
Great. Let's move on to approval of minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? How about if I motion to approve the minutes?
Second. I second. I didn't know she could hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. Okay, so should everybody, when we're approving the minutes, should we
By
be
roll
off
call
mute?
vote, yes.
Okay. So we're not.
Okay. Christine, I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Chair Graziano,
Say yes.
yes or
Yes.
no?
Sorry. You confused me and it's
I
pretty
know.
easy right now.
I know. I'm sorry. Vice Chair Koivunen,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
There you
Commissioner Rios.
Yes.
Thank you.
go. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to public comment.
Do we have
We're not showing anybody on Zoom attending at this
Okay.
moment.
Okay, well, that's easy. Let's move on to some old business. The first item is Clower Park.
We have Community Services Director Gonzalez here to give a report.
Good evening. So item 1 and 2, Clower Park, Dunn Park, we're both in the, it's in the same criteria right now. We're going out to have Kimberly Horn do a design for us at Dunn Park to do the ADA compliance stuff, the pickleball courts, and the half-course basketball court. So we'll be getting more information about that eventually if we, when we sign an agreement with them on those 2 projects. Brigantino Park, no recent updates on that. Oh, actually, we did install cameras. The cameras are almost fully functional and installed at Brigantino Park. So we're able to view what's going on at that park. We've had recently had issues with the public being on private property next to the Brigantino Park. So that was one of the reasons we put the cameras up there, so we can try to deter that from happening. See, naming a public park facility, rescinding policy. Dog park, so I'm assuming the dog park number 5 is the airport. So we're looking at 3 weeks more for the hydro seeding to adhere to the soil. That's our date to potentially open that up, would be 3 more weeks. Vista Park Hill Community Garden, you have any update on that, Tina?
I'll go ahead and give a report on that. In the email information that I sent out, Growing Hearts Garden Center did give us a proposal to kind of oversee some areas of the park. And I don't know if everyone had a chance to review them, but please review them. And if you have questions, please email me, because at our next Parks and Recreation meeting in May, the commissioners will vote to see if we would like to forward this information to our city council for approval.
Okay.
Do you guys have, did anyone review it? Do you guys have questions on it? Growing Hearts is a nonprofit organization that works with people with special needs. They are doing, they did a lot of, what am I trying to say? Park cleanup with the Hollister Litter Project and Hollister Recreation staff on April 17th during the spring cleaning event.
Tina,
Yes.
did you want me to share the screen?
Ooh, he actually, nice, Paul. On there,
want
if
me
you
to
guys
go ahead
can
and do
view
it?
it. Yeah, would you
Okay,
guys
will
like
do.
to view it and go over any questions? Thanks, Paul. That is awesome.
Are you all able to see the screen right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
So let me just go back. So far, they have picked up around 4,000 pounds of just debris, garbage, mattresses, a lot of different stuff that has accumulated up at the hill for past few years. And they're looking at different sections to kind of work on. The first one is the east side of the property, where there's a roundabout. They have a pollinator garden that will complement the community garden that's around a few hundred feet away. Are you guys familiar with the community garden up at Park Hill?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Somewhat, yeah.
If you see the map over, I guess it would be on the screen. What do you see, Paul? To the right? Yes, there it is. You'll see the community garden, and that was something that Robin Pollard sometimes comes in and discusses, and she has been a big advocate for this area for almost 20 years now. She kind of started it. She took it upon herself to start growing. And now there's other members within the community that have what we refer to as a plot in the area. And they either grow vegetables or grow succulents, grow plants up there. And what they're finding is right now the whole community garden area is surrounded and is used up by community, and more members are looking for additional space to grow their vegetables or succulents or any type of other plant. So an area that they're looking at, if you look at, is that two? If you look at section 2, that area recently burned down in a fire, maybe a year ago, a around a year ago, and the city is working on removing all the debris that's there. And Growing Hearts would like to work with city staff to add, what are they called, boxes, planter boxes in that area, so that the community that wants more gardening space can use that area. If you go over to section 1, that is where some overgrown pepper trees are, and they would like to clean up that area, trim back the trees. There are 2 flag poles there, so they would like to raise the American flag there, along with other flags that that is approved by the city. They stand very, very tall. They're around 70 feet high. In that area, they have placed a bench already, and they're cleaning up, and they plan on planting more succulents and other types of what are they called, you guys? The type of flower plants that don't require a lot of water or care because of the pepper trees. The pepper trees could kill off the plants.
Like succulents.
Say that again?
Succulents.
Yeah, they're looking at succulents, but they mentioned another type of plant. Yes, they're looking at drought resistant, but there's a type of plant that grows really well because of the pepper tree. It has all that debris in the leaves, and it's they have mentioned that it could, a lot of could be plants that may not grow there due to how the pepper tree is grown, what's in the pepper tree.
The residue from the seeds.
There you go.
Yeah.
Henry's got it. And then if you go over to section 4 down below, that was the old code enforcement building, and behind where there's a parking lot, and they would kind of like to create a garden center with the ability to have little garden fairs right there, and then of course clean up that area because it is filled with lots of leaves and debris there. And then if you go over to section 3, that is kind of below. That's where a lot of the homeless encampments were, a lot of debris. That's where they picked up tons of trash. And if you go over there, they have worked, that's where the special needs work with them. They have planted succulents, aloe vera, useful plants that allow for a holistic healing. And what else is over there? There is a really, really nice view of the city on that side. You wouldn't know it by going behind there. But that's where they found a lot of the trash and where they picked up tons of garbage. So that's some of the area that they're looking at to kind of beautify. I know they have 7 different areas on here. Or 6, sorry, I thought they had 7. So if we go, is there... oh, that was it? Okay. Was after that one map, Paul, was at the end of the page? Oh, okay. Oh, one more. Okay, here we go. So right here, you'll see section 5. And where is that, Henry? Oh, that is the building where the county's IT department is currently at. The county is responsible for kind of maintaining that area. But Growing Hearts have noticed is they come in and spray with herbicides. I can never say that right. They come in and spray with herbicides. So they would like to contract with the county to see if they can take over that area and clean it up just naturally without any spray. Because what they're finding is sometimes during the rain or when they're watering, it's trickling down to their community garden, which could potentially affect the growing of the natural part of the garden area. And then if we go over to section 6, that is actually the hill, right? The hill between us and between the Vista Park Hill and the community center. And they have many ideas there. They would like to clean up the area and plant a big, huge H for Hollister out of succulents. So that's kind of the quick breakdown of what they would like to do in that area. I think if you guys can review it again, and please email me if you have any questions. And then next month we will move forward and vote to see if we should have the council approve this MOU. You guys have any questions?
I do not.
Are they seeking funding from the city for this?
Yeah, that was my question too. Is there any cost associated?
There will be some cost associated. We're trying to figure that out. I did ask them. I think that we've discussed what the city, if the city provides some funding, if they can fundraise the other half or a majority of it to clean up that park. So we're looking at some of the cost of it. They are looking at redwood planters, which are very costly. Redwood is very expensive right now, and they were looking at putting 18 planters at a cost of almost $10,000. So they said that they could fundraise that. I know that there are other nonprofits. They are saying that could potentially help them, but they would like to reach out to them first before they commit. But yes, they are looking into fundraising and bringing in some revenue to help with that cost. What they also do, when we did our cleanup on April 17th, we had found some old tires in an alley section, and they actually reused those. They painted them, they reused the tires and used them as planter boxes. I do have a picture, and I'll put that together next month. But they took a picture of the planter box and some of their clients that they work with planting succulents and different type of plants in there. So they're very resourceful. They've received a lot of donations, mulch. They work closely with Recology and Integrative Waste to donate a lot of the mulch and soil for the garden area. And I think they would continue with that partnership to be able to have soil and other type of compost for the planter boxes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'd like to add one thing to I guess it would be old business / new business. So up at Vista Park Hill, we removed the old bathroom structure, and we have already put a cinder block structure back in place of that.
Wow.
And we're going to be putting some sidewalk around that, dressing it up. We're going to be removing most of the bushes that just collect garbage and other things in them. We'll be removing that to clear the area. As you pull up into the Park Hill, you'll be able to see the structure itself, and we'll plant some, smaller type trees to get rid of the bushes. And then at Valley View Park, we've also installed another structure to cover our water feature equipment.
Are we waiting for me?
I'm just writing.
Okay, I did too.
We are on number 7.
7, Art and Culture Commission.
Yes. Just a quick report on our commission. We are able to have some meetings now. We have a quorum. We are, there's District 4 that still does not have a commissioner, and Councilmember Burns has asked if he could go out and kind of find his own person and see who might be interested in being on the commission. So if you know anyone in District 4 that might be interested in the Art and Culture Commission, please have them contact the city clerk's office. Or you can contact me and I'll forward you the information.
How about if we open it up for comment, or do we still not? It's only us?
We have one attendee, but
Okay.
John Brigantino, if you're interested in making a comment, could you raise your hand? If not, we can move on. He has raised his hand. I'm going to unmute him right now. Go ahead, John.
I was just gonna say I got on here late, so I missed the part I wanted to see, but so you don't have to wait for me.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thanks, John.
Okay.
I think, if I were to think, I think John was wondering about the naming of a public park facility, which was item 4. And Tina, I believe that we are working on that and it's going, can you update us on that, please?
Oh, absolutely. I think we skipped that one. So-
I'm looking at it and I
Well-
think we did, and I know that that's what John wants to hear.
Well,
I don't
thanks
know, but I
to
think-
John for bringing it up. The update on the policy, originally it was submitted, but it was kind of kicked back, so I need to add some different information. So I didn't want to send it out yet. So at our
Okay.
next meeting, it will go to the commission. And then at the June 3rd city council meeting, I will present it to city council if approved by our Parks and Recreation Commission. And all it is we're just, what I want to do is, besides the naming of the park, lately we've been getting a lot of information or requests to name a bench or name a tree. So I would like to just put that all together in one area to have a policy for naming or renaming a park, and then I'm calling it special features. So I just needed to add that information instead of going back to council and asking them again to rescind this policy.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, so technically, we're shooting for the June 3rd to go to the city council to bring the new policy forward.
I'm sorry, June 7th. That's the first Monday. I got May 3rd mixed up, but it will
That's
be,
okay.
so it'll, on May 25th, I'll have the policy available to our commission, and then if approved, it will go to the June 7th
Okay,
city council meeting.
tentatively, we're shooting for June 7th. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So now I think we can move on to the next, which is new business, and that's the River Park Trail ribbon cutting on May 1st.
Yes, so we zoomed through this meeting very quickly, but I wanted to invite our Parks and Recreation Commission to our ribbon cutting event, which is this Saturday at 10 o'clock at the River Park Trail. We recently had a lot of support for bikes. Police donated 7 bikes. We have Brett Redmond Transportation and Logistics that donated 2 bikes. We had some bikes in our storage, and then so we have around 12 bikes that we'll be able to donate on Saturday, including helmets. So we just wanted to officially invite our Parks and Recreation Commission. Hopefully you can come out and see the trail, walk the trail, and know what the next step to this trail could include, if we, of course, have the funding.
Are we doing the the ribbon cutting at Apricot Park? Okay.
So the River Park Trail is what everyone refers to as Apricot Park.
Yes.
Okay. And that's all I have.
Okay. That's exciting. Do we have any commissioner comments?
No comment for me.
Okay, none from me either. All right, then, how about if we move on to our reports?
Recreation, of course, we have this River Park Trail. And what I forgot to mention is we recently reached out to our community for a kindness rock project. And we just asked our community, a lot of our youth, to paint a rock, and then we'll place it down the River Park Trail. Right now, we have enough to cover where our signs are. We have 2 signs, one near the Apricot, the entrance to the park, which is over by Apricot Park, and then Bridgevale. There's another sign down there, so we'll have enough to cover where the signs are located. But we're still asking for kindness rocks. We've received a lot of great artists out there from our youth. We've worked with the YMCA, the Hollister School District, and just the community, who have been very supportive in bringing those rocks back to the community center. We're kind of working on that. Recreation staff is working on a grant, asphalt grant, that would include art in the area down by San Benito Street, a corner, not in the corner, but in the center of the intersection at 5th and San Benito. That grant is due this Friday, April 30th. We've worked closely with the Downtown Association and San Benito Art Council. And then we're also starting to prepare for all of our summer programs, which include a summer camp, outdoor youth volleyball, a junior giants program, a 3-on-3 adult basketball tournament that's outdoors, and then a soccer program. And that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Okay, wow. This was a quick meeting. So the next regular meeting date is May 25th. And question?
No.
No? Okay. And we are going to call the meeting to end at 6:58 p.m. Wow, do I have a motion? How about this? I'm going to motion to close the meeting at 6:58. Do I have a second?
I second.
Thank you.
Who was that?
It was Dawn.
Anderson.
Anderson. I'll do. Thank you. I'm just going to do a roll call vote.
Okay.
Chair Graziano,
Yes.
Vice Chair Koistinen,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.